live, Sacramento. What's good, baby? Shock, we in the building. About the night, man. Let's get it. Yeah, that ain't me. You already know what you tuned in to. Man, About the Night, episode 19. We got the crew with us. War Ready, Rob, Tony. You know we in the motherfucking building. Man, another crazy weekend. Easter weekend. You know, you got a lot of bunny dropping off the little eggs to the little kitties. Man, how was your weekend?
Man, weekend was cool for me, man. I enjoyed the holiday, chilled, laid back, watched games, played some board games with family. But it was chill, man. Work was weird, to be honest. Work is weird. Ever since the whole incident that happened, it's been whole new world, whole new nightlife.
Yeah, different. Okay.
Much different.
All right. We'll dive into that in just a second, man. How was Easter?
Man, it's cool, man. Just chilling with the family and everything, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, kept it simple. Yeah, as Warren just said, bro. Ghost town.
Different.
Yeah.
Like nobody there, especially at the spot I was at.
Right.
Like nobody, and that's to be expected. You know, I think that's going to be like that for a minute.
I feel you on that, and I kind of had that question back when it first originally broke out, wondering what was going to happen the weekend and weekend after that. So, obviously, it's a little bit strange. But talk to me a little bit more about the weirdness.
It's just, man, like you can't get a scale for the crowd. It seems like people are not coming out no more. The regulars still come, but it's the other crowd there's nobody coming. Like
the randoms.
Yeah, it's almost like you're standing out there and it's a ghost town.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you could tell like the feel of the city, like people were scared to come out. So it's definitely weird, man. It's a weird feel, and time goes super slow. You're like, man, what's going on? Usually you look at your clock, it's like 1 o'clock. We shutting down. We done for the night, but man, it's just dragging all night because there's nobody coming. No lines, no nothing. It's
not even on Saturday.
Nah, no line at all. No line for GA, no line for VIP. People are coming, but they're coming like sporadically. Like hop out the car, hop in line, and they in right away. But there's no build up, you know. So
that also means no tips, right?
Right. No smooth handshakes.
Let's not even talk about that,
man.
It's bad.
Yeah, that's probably what they are. They quiet.
Yeah.
Handshakes is quiet.
Handshakes. Hey,
quiet handshake.
I don't need to give you that smooth this week, right? You know, there's no line, right?
That Pharrell voice. Hey, B.
Hey. But no, it's a serious thing though for the city of Sacramento, man. And trust me when I say this. It's been some strange last couple of weeks. So, R.I.P. DJ Geo. R.I.P. Surge, R.I.P. Yamel. Fuck that. Nah, I'm gonna get the list. Forget that. I'm not gonna be rude and inconsiderate. If I'm gonna say them, I gotta say them all. You know what I mean? You know, R.I.P. Devazia, R.I.P. Joshua, Jontoya, and then Wamel. So. You know, it's been a few crazy weeks, and just to even add on to that, even on Easter Sunday, you know, I woke up in the morning and, you know, I'm heading back from Reno and I catch this, you know, a shooting happened on Franklin Boulevard, you know, Easter Sunday, early morning. I was like, God damn.
Man, Easter Sunday wasn't even absent of the gunfire, man.
Right.
So it's like, man, Easter ain't safe.
Right.
Come on, man. We supposed to be, you know, egg hunting and praising the Lord.
With family, you know. You're supposed to be a day with family. You know, we shouldn't be having to think about going outside and getting hit. You know what I mean? I believe just to kind of speak a little bit more relevance to it. One was, one soul was taken.
Wait, somebody died?
One was taken and three others were injured in this.
Right? Yeah, that was the one that was the one at South Sac.
Yeah, South Sac on Franklin Boulevard. Early Easter Sunday morning.
Condolences to the family of the person.
Absolutely.
Regardless,
Seriously.
the family survived, and they grieving.
I mean, I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm really not. It's the best time to die though. Is like, you know, you're Catholic. That's when the doors open in heaven, when Jesus goes up and everybody goes up with him. Sorry, my bad. Just saying.
God damn it.
You did put that's a different way to look at it.
Just saying.
That's a different way to look at it.
Just saying, is it good? There you go.
You know, that's like, peace, how they say you're in a better place.
I just think it's the fact that it's the gunfire once again. It was like,
that's the biggest part.
You know,
it's the fact that someone else is dying at the hands of the gunfire, and regardless what it's about.
Right.
Was it gang related or was it just?
Doesn't even matter. I don't even give a damn if it was or not.
I don't even know.
This is the fact that this is 3 weekends in a row. 3 weekends in a row. When you think there'd be a moment of peace and, you know, Sacramento can calm down again and actually feel normal to going back out and getting back to what Sacramento is. And as you guys said, this is week 3. And it wasn't even, it was Saturday, right? Saturdays are busy nights. It wasn't even Sunday where the incident happened. Now how you think next week is people going to feel?
But you got to think about it, though. Strife, struggle, and frustration don't take no break.
Yeah.
So if you think about it, those type of things that are in those areas, people having these type of conflicts, you know, that don't take no break. They don't have no weekend. They don't have no day off.
Yeah,
People, it's gonna pop off when it's gonna go.
They got no conscience.
Yeah.
Right.
So they don't really care if there was a shooting last week, 2 minutes ago. You know, it's unfortunately that's kind of where it is right now.
Yeah.
Is this part of the retaliation that we talked about? Well, I know that goes into the
That's hard. That's hard to say. You want to connect the dots and stuff like that. But to me, I just look at it as we got another person deceased off some gunfire, in the city. Yeah. And as Warren was stating, this ain't, in comparison to some of the other cities that deal with this on a regular basis, it's unique to Sac.
It's not normal.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but it like I said before, it's unique to them. It's not unique to them.
Right.
It's something they live with every day. So.
Right.
When you mentioned this Easter Sunday wasn't absent of gunfire, that wasn't the only shooting that happened. There was another shooting that happened late that night in Natomas when another victim or another soul was taken from us.
So that one I didn't know. So someone died too?
Yeah, it was one person
I didn't
in this
know.
situation due to gunfire.
Man.
So it's just,
What, like North Natomas, South Natomas?
I didn't, I don't really remember looking at it. It just mainly said Natomas. They're not generalizing South or North, but I wasn't at home in order to tell you where it came from because I'm in the South part of it.
Right.
But man, it's just still, once again, it's still too close to home. Multiple weekends in a row.
I mean, my only thing is this: are we getting a more heightened sense of things just because of what happened in terms of the 6 people shot? Maybe this was already happening. We're only getting a more clear vision of it now because we just had the 6 shooters. And out. Anytime shooters mention, even if a shooter's just shooting up in the air, they're gonna say a shooting.
Right. Hey,
So is it?
you bring up a good point.
I think you brought up an excellent point, Tony, because I get shit all the time, notifications on my phone about a shooting and stuff like that. But it's never raised the eyebrow. Like that. One of my favorite movies with The Dark Knight, the Joker, he talks about it in that scene when he in the hospital. And he's talking about, he said, if I say a bunch of gang members or a bunch of gonna die, or a bunch of soldiers are gonna, get killed, no one panics.
Yeah.
He said, but if I say if the mayor about to die, he said everybody lose their mind. So it's not the normal. It's not normal. We're desensitized to that. So what he's saying is this shooting downtown what happened with DJ Geo and his death, I think that's just raised kind of like our eyebrows now. It's like we're sensitive to any type of shooting happening or any type of incident, any type of violent acts that's going on, because we're just like, man, we just dealing with this, and now it feels like it's just adding on. You know what I mean? Right. That type of thing. So I think Tony brought up an excellent point with that.
No, I know we mentioned that I believe 2 weeks ago, as far as, this was a major incident that happened in Sacramento and it shook our town. But if, the normal where it goes down in the hood and someone, loses a life, no one ever hears about it or it never goes on the news. So, yeah, you're right. This recent mass senseless shooting that happened downtown has everybody's senses heightened.
High alert.
Yeah.
High alert.
And I guess the real question is right now is what could we, not just us, not just me, not just these guys in this room, but what could we do as a community to help people feel safe when going out, And it's hard to even label when going out, because going out where? Going out could be anywhere. It could be downtown. It could be South Sac. It could be Natomas. It could be Roseville. It could be West Sac. There's so many different areas where people want to feel safe at, and they don't know where to go to be safe at. So I'm really trying to ask this question, and hopefully you guys that are watching right now can really help us out. Chime in. let us know in the comments, what could we really do to make people feel safe again when going out, regardless of where it is?
I feel like there's just no right answer to that, man.
There isn't.
I mean, remember a few years ago during the Batman movie, guy, I think he came in there and just started spraying the movie theater.
I remember.
How do you prepare for that?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
we weren't prepared for this.
That is true. Damn. There are certain things that people could do, and I think someone said it. I heard it on the news one time. Is, you know, just because we don't have a solution to it right now, there are still things that we could do or probably come up with to taking a small step.
Well, the solution is it's not necessarily the solution. It's more the execution. It's the solution is everybody making that singular decision to not pull that trigger.
Right.
yeah,
We need to get everybody.
and then that's and not just that. Now that's the simplistic version. Then you have to dive deeper. Okay, why are they pulling the trigger? What kind of conditions they living in? What type of choices are they left with? What type of desperation are they dealt with on a daily basis that they have to face? So that's what pushes people to make those decisions. And it's never just one choice, man. It's accumulation of bad choices that leads up to that.
Absolutely.
So that's the in the, like, you know, we talked about it, the macro issue, you know, it's the execution that's hard to do. The solution is easy. It's as far as identifying it. But the actual execution of that's the hard part, because you're dealing with a human being, which is so complex. Right. And they deal with each human being reacts to different situations and different circumstances and environments. You know, we ain't grow up in, you know, the best neighborhoods, but look, facts. You know what I mean, we here, but these the choices, these are the byproduct of the choices that we made.
Right. Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Other people, same three brothers, you know, could have been faced with those same circumstances and same hurdles, but they didn't react different. Right. Or they could be doing better than us. You know what I mean? So everybody reacts different. Everybody takes those situations and go and chooses the direction. So it really just comes down to making good choices and getting in a good habit of making those good choices.
I'll be honest. I mean, you're asking about what Sacramento could do. I'll be honest, man. It's really, maybe it's starting to. I don't know what it is that's different about, you know, other cities and stuff like that. We talk about Chicago, LA, places like that. They have this kind of stuff happening all the time. Maybe Sacramento's getting bigger. It's starting to get to that point where it's like, this is going to start being a norm. That's
a good way to look at it.
You know what I mean? It's kind of like there really isn't too much we really can do about it.
That's an interesting thought, because as you say that, you know, Stockton was never what it is now. If you go back to the 90s, right, Stockton wasn't on fire like that. No, it wasn't. It started to get like that later on, kind of in the 2000s, and it's kind of still like that. So it's, to your point, that's a kind of a worrisome idea, right? That, you know, could this be carrying on as a trend on what Sacramento is faced with? Right. You know, that's an interesting take on that. I don't think no one's really talked about that.
Right. That's true.
We've always been that little small fish, you know, in this big pond, because it's not necessarily an ocean, not even a lake. It's a small pond. And now we are starting to grow. And I truly felt like it started with the arena, and then, you know, things started happening, houses, you know. We're now looked at as, you know, necessarily a destination location, and I think that we're trying to get to that. And I think that it's happening. It's already moving. So, yeah, we are not used to some of the things that we're getting right now, because we're turning into a city that is actually a place where people want to be. Right. So, you know, we do got to adapt.
I think if you're going to fix it, the only thing you really can do is create second chance circumstances. Wait, did I even say that right? Yeah. Circumstances where people have to think about things, which is of course more police presence. Where people literally coming out and they're like, let me think about this. You know what I mean? That's the only way you're gonna be able to deal with it. Like, if you're gonna deal with it in Chicago and those places, that's how you have to deal with it.
I think that deals with the immediate. So that deals with, you've already kind of decided that I'm gonna do this. You know, for me, you know, this is life. A lot of people don't even know this, man. I only told a few people, bro. I was gonna get robbed just a couple days ago. I was leaving, you know, from the day job. I was on the phone and I forgot to get gas. I'm getting on 99, and I'm talking on the phone, and I pull off, and I pulled off over on 12th. Pulled out Old Park Market, and so I, you know, pull up to get gas because I only got like 5 miles left, you know, on the thing. I open my door. I don't get out because I'm still on the phone. And then I noticed in the rear view somebody creeping behind, and so I'm like, the fuck? And I look, like, hey, what's up? And then the dude start backing up. Now, when I think about it now, I think he just saw the door open, you know, and he probably thought, you know, I was inside the gas station. But that's an opportunity,
Right.
Damn.
you know what I mean? But that's how close it can get, you know what I mean? And I knew where I was at, you know, but I was lacking. See, I'm slipping. I'm on the phone with the door open at Oak Park Market.
Right. Like it's a normal day.
Right.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So I should be thinking better than that. But at the same time, should I?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
No,
you shouldn't
Should I have to do that?
You shouldn't have to.
You know what I mean?
You shouldn't
But
have to.
but I think about it now. It's like I got to.
Right.
Especially with something like that.
Right.
You know, because it could have been worse.
It could have been.
Right.
Could have
So,
been. Could have been tragic.
You know, somebody could have got shot.
Right.
Speaking of which, you know, this kind of plays into a similar scenario that played out over this weekend. Let's talk about
Just a
the
little
baby.
bit. Yeah, this ain't funny, but it is funny.
Right. You know,
We're gonna lighten it up just a little bit.
Obviously,
it's hard to transition, but you know.
yeah.
So this ain't his first rodeo.
Right.
No, this the baby's MO, man. I'm not surprised when I heard he was involved in this.
No.
And that it's his house. Let's say that.
Over the weekend, the baby had an unwelcome visitor, to say the less. Now, the story is that this unwelcome visitor got shot, and there was a call that's made, and we're trying to really figure out, was it really DaBaby, or was it one of his security guards that made the call? Go ahead and play that video. Let's go ahead and hear what it has to say. Let's see what we can find out.
Volume up on that.
I know I should be laughing. Hey, bro.
Who's screaming?
Hey, bruh's hurt.
The baby a cold piece for this.
Hey.
He a cold piece.
My bad. Keep it going.
I didn't pause it.
Some people say, "Oh, you shouldn't laugh. Somebody hit." Yeah, you shouldn't have been fucking trying to intrude in somebody's house.
Exactly.
Fuck him.
Exactly.
Fuck him.
Get off his property.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
You lucky you still living.
Right. And that's what he said on IG. He put that on IG. He's like, dude could have lost his life. He's like, luckily, I shot him in the leg. He was like, the funny thing about it, he's like, rest up, big homie.
Why did you do that?
Rest up, big homie. Hey, big fella.
I'm gonna rewind it. Hold on, real quick, guys. Sorry, I'm gonna rewind it a little bit just because we didn't have sound before.
County 911.
It's that scream.
With that screen, bruh's thinking about all his choices he made.
Shot him in his leg. Y'all hear him? Get here and get him together. What?
Shot him in
Yeah,
his leg.
when I listened to this, it was the distortion in the voice.
Yeah.
So obviously they trying to mask
For me?
who's making the call.
Right.
As it's playing, I want to ask y'all. I'm gonna throw it around. Who do you think
I
shot
did not know
you?
my number with this guy sitting in the screaming.
Absolutely. He absolutely pulled that trigger.
Yeah.
When I listen to this, it obviously the
It's
voice is
distorted.
distorted,
What's going on there?
but it's the words and the phrases being said to the
Sir, what did
dispatch.
you do?
You guys
That's
do
giving
that?
it's giving me DaBaby vibes.
Okay.
You turned it
Why
off.
did you do that?
Like it's giving me like, hey, he holding the heater. He like, hey,
Can you turn it off?
come get this
What he had to
nigga.
say, what he had to do, but he
Okay.
stopped. He
It does.
He is, though.
He neutralized it till you guys get here. Sir, are you with him now? He's right here in
So you
front
guys
of
can
you.
hear it better.
Okay. Is he awake?
Right.
Well,
It's
what about
right
my
in front of me.
Sir, is he awake? Yes. Do you hear him? Is he breathing? Yes. He stopped. Okay. Hey.
He said, "You hear this man screaming?"
Stay along, okay? Okay, yeah. Come on, like that. Yeah. Come on, football.
He did it respectfully, though.
Hey,
I mean, he
hey,
could have
hey,
did
hey,
worse.
hey,
He
hey,
could have did worse.
Sorry, is there any serious
Over
bleeding?
under 50%, bro.
I said yes, bro.
DaBaby plays
Is he
that
completely
scream on
alert?
one of his songs.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's over 50. That's over 50 for sure.
Oh, man.
I'm putting that in that bitch.
He
I'll
was
look at your shit with some bop in it.
Bro, I can just hear him starting the song off like that.
Man.
And then the song called "Got 'Em."
Alright, is there more than one balloon?
That would be crazy.
Say what?
That'd
Is there
be
more
crazy.
than one?
I'm saying he
Bruh,
did
you
it
a wild
right.
one,
All I
baby,
see
if
is
you-
one
if you,
individual. I don't know if you got
do
somebody
that.
with him. I don't know.
Hey, man,
Yeah,
I say
no way of knowing.
you know, obviously this is a different scenario from what we've been experiencing. This is obviously having to deal with gunfire as well, but as you guys can hear,
I ain't got no sympathy for bruh.
You know, it's clearly in his
Nah.
house. He had to obviously get over and hop over some type of big fence in order to get into his house. So.
And I don't care what the circumstance is because we
Right.
don't know.
Yeah.
Obviously, he was unwelcome.
Right.
So
Simple
I
as
don't
that.
care if he jumped over the gate or somebody that was there that wasn't supposed to be there, or the baby or somebody that's at his house changed their mind on them being welcome at the spot. I don't give a shit what the scenario circumstance is. Bruh shouldn't have been there. And he got popped.
The most important thing is nobody lost their life.
No,
He shot him in the leg, neutralized them. Hey, come 911, come pick up this dude that's on my property. I
Lesson
don't know
learned.
who he is.
Lesson
exactly.
learned.
So I feel like a lot of people could learn from this situation, like law enforcement. Like when there's situations where somebody loses their life and the person wasn't using aggressive force towards them, it's like, dude, shoot him in the leg. You know what I mean? Shoot him in the knee or something and disable him.
That goes to training though.
True.
Because they're trained when they're trained. They're if you talk to any police officer and you go through the protocols and stuff like that, that if they have to draw their weapon out, it's shoot to kill. Period. That's how their protocol is. That you don't shoot to maim. That's not how they train. They not trained that way.
Right.
Now they can make that decision,
Right.
That conscious decision, because as a police officer, you're human. You can make the decision on your own,
Right.
based on the circumstance. But their training is when you got to pull that firearm out. Oh, it's to make that flat line happen.
It's live.
Like that's what it's for. Because to them, the fact that you have to draw your weapon out, that means the threat is supposed to be in front of you.
Right. There's something
That's
causing
right.
you
That's
to pull your gun.
that's what their
Right.
training is. I'm not speaking to what it should be or how they actually implement it or exercise that training. That's a whole nother conversation. But to your point, you would have to train. You would have to change the protocol.
Right.
At that point.
So quickly, Tony, I'm gonna ask each one of y'all. It's real quick. Tony, you think DaBaby shot him?
Because of previous activities, yes.
Oh, and I'm gonna get right into that. Rob, DaBaby shot him. Security guard.
Charlotte got him, bro.
Sure.
Hey, man.
Bop on him, huh?
That's my opinion. Don't use that as fact.
What you say, Warren?
It's my opinion.
It's unanimous. He did it.
So he did it. And you said exactly what I was going to lead into right there, Tony. You mentioned, what'd you say? Based upon his reputation, right?
Yeah, shot nigga. Yeah, Walmart.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're saying
Yeah.
basically he has a some type of stigma with his name. He's known to popping off.
Oh, I here's the funny part. I think that the security was maybe the first one. Baby said nah and grabbed the gun and went and shot him himself. That's how much I think it was a baby. He's like, yeah.
He said, "I'm the baby.
the baby.
I'm the baby, and I got a baby in here." Nah. Wow.
Truly. He does got a newborn though.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah.
So basically, we have a stigma about DaBaby, right?
But
And
it's
quick.
it's no different. Think about it, because it's his mansion. It's a pretty big compound, or a place. But I mean, think about it. Put it in more common terms for us, or for me. Somebody broke up in here.
Right. Yeah.
That's what's about to happen.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm welcome.
Like, yeah.
Just don't shoot him with the back turned. The laws is crazy, man.
I feel
I know.
It's
you.
crazy.
I feel you.
dude.
I feel you on
It's
that.
crazy, man.
Oh, you imagine?
He's still getting
It's
one in the
crazy.
leg, though. I don't care. He gonna get something.
Imagine you'd have to like.
Nah, it's singing in here, though.
No, yeah, bro. Like I'm
It's singing.
You gonna have to run. He's running out your house. You're gonna have to run past him, jump in
singing.
front of him, and then shoot him.
Hey.
Stupid.
My thing is Aretha Franklin and up in this motherfucker, bro. You better think twice. Gladys Knight
Singing in this bitch.
is going off.
Well, the reason why I bring up the stigma about DaBaby is because I want to tie the bridge about the same thing that could happen at nightclubs, bars, lounges. They quickly get labeled as, a specific type. What do you believe are the biggest impacts that contribute to the aura, the venue's tone, their stigma, their theme? Like, what are some things that contribute, the biggest contributes or impacts for nightclubs?
I can say
Good
this
and bad,
I can say this from just security perspective as somebody that goes in, into the nightclubs and bars and lounges. Music.
Yep. Music.
The music set the tone, man.
Hands down.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. You in there playing some country music,
Mm-hmm.
some Tim McGraw, something like that.
Right.
I ain't coming in with that type of energy.
Facts.
The music changes a lot.
Yeah.
And it can, it's a reason why DJs, it's kind of almost like it's a kind of an unwritten thing, but towards the end of the night, you start slowing it down a little bit more slow jams, a little bit, it's kind of, you trying to basically decrease the blood pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Bring that down a little bit, bring that energy level down a little bit. Have people make a smooth transition to the exit. So the music sets the tone,
right?
And that's in a good way and in a bad way. Mm-hmm. So I mean, because if you got some trash music, bro, your venue gonna suffer. I don't give a damn how good the aesthetic look. You got the best wallpaper in that bitch.
I was hoping
it ain't gonna matter.
I was hoping someone would say something different because I recently experienced that. With the dope club that we was at, I mean, it was lit. It was lit damn near every day it was open. And then, a few events happened and they wanted to change the theme or stigma behind this location. And I feel like they accomplished it.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Exactly.
It's on the W side of the street.
You already know.
Got you.
You already know. So, they went from being a DJ driven, really good up music, which got people in, to playing the country music, and it did change, it changed how people came out, changed the stigma. They didn't want to come out anymore, but then it changed it to where they're able to build the name in a different way. So yeah, I will 100% agree in saying that a DJ/music contributes to a lot of the positive themes in the venues and the positive stigmas that go along in these clubs. But what about some of the negative? What are like the big negative ones, like the big negative contributors to certain venues that also add a stigma to their venue name?
I mean, you can go back to music. I mean,
so music is the key, no matter which way you look at it.
I say music and dress code, to me, they go hand in hand.
Nah, that's what I was hoping someone would get into. Elaborate on the dress code.
Break down the dress code.
I think it goes hand in hand. I mean, when you lay the law on dress code and you can't get in with casual stuff like Jordans and hoodies and sports attire, your white tees, like you're pretty much eliminating like a whole demographic of people, because people that come out, they don't want to get buttoned down, or the people they think that's causing the static, causing the drama, they don't want to come out in click-clacks and slacks and button up shirt and stuff like that. They want to wear their flat bills, their hats, their white tees or hoodies or J's. They want to come into the club comfortable, pants sagging down to their knees, where you can see their boxers, and they trying to eliminate that whole crowd. I'm not saying those are the people starting the drama, because I feel like anybody can start the drama,
right?
But it's a look for the club, and that's the type of look they don't want in the club. You know what I mean? And that's honestly what's being portrayed on TV as the people creating the drama. And it goes both ways. Like that is the look of some of the people that is creating the static, in our city and other cities. And then there's blue collar people too that come out buttoned up and they can start static just like somebody else can. You know what I mean? So I think you lay the law on that dress code, that's going to deter a lot of people from coming to your establishment at night.
Okay. So I feel like that's somewhat because if it's really a popping club that has a DJ where you want to go, and I know because I used to follow DJs. Like if you were at this club, I'm going to that one. You're at that, I'm going where you going, because the DJ plays the good music. They set the tone. They make you feel good when you're drinking. So I believe that, right? But when you talk about the dress code, I truly believe if you feel you really fuck with the DJ or you fuck with the music, and there's no other clubs that are out here playing the music that you fuck with, you'll change. You'll come out in the toe tappers. You'll go buy yourself a pair of Vans. You see the Vans? I had to wear those. I had to put these on to get in. You know what I mean? So there is dress code does create a certain deterrent to not getting a certain crowd in? You know,
I'm gonna try to guess the other part.
What's that?
Maybe I think it's all intertwined. I think yes, the music, but with the music, it has to do with the leniency and the security that's at that venue. That's what I've noticed is a difference. It's the leniency that's there. Because at that place that you were talking about earlier, there's a place next to it. And to me, I think we did a lot better job in terms of how strict we were about certain things. And not even just about being strict, about being real. The fact that we were respectful, but then, hey, you ain't going to fuck with us either. Right. Even though it's just 1, 2, or 3 of us, like we're something goes down, we're in it. Right. Versus other security. In other places, they weren't really about it. They were just there to just get their money, and that's it. Right. And I think it's really, people can recognize that, and it's about the leniency of the entire place, the entire aura of the place when you're there. Right. So I think that's a big contributor.
It's basically you basically making the order stand out and apparent.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like everybody here to have a good time. We want to make sure everybody have a good time. You know, I know it's crazy. We control the chaos, but there's still an order to things here. You know, this thing can still get regulated. You know, like that's. I mean, honestly, and it's sometimes, you know, that's a good thing because I think everybody now is playing on the same field. You know what I mean? Like that's how I look at it. But to what you said, you know, I think dress code definitely plays hand in hand in it. I definitely think the complacency or the tolerance of a venue, and that could stem from everybody. That could stem from the owner. That could stem from management. That could stem down to security. That plays into everybody. But to me, it's you know, the music part, I just think controls so much on the good side and the bad side, as far as how you're dictating, how you're moving, and how you know what, you know, all these nightclubs in America, period, in the world, they all got a stigma.
Yeah.
If you go to any city in the world, you ask any local, you go to a whole nother country and you ask them, man, what club is the classier club? You know, the one that's, you know, a much more, you know, super dressy, but, you know, super classy, that type of thing. But what's the one where, man, I can really cut the rug? Right. Everybody's gonna tell you what type of venues to go to based on what you're looking for. Yeah. And so to create that stigma, you know, it to me, it just starts with that music. I'll be honest with you, and I could say this just because, you know, I've been to, you know, Vegas so often. You know, the only club that I remember that really would play like a lot of hip hop, and I mean a lot, and where it wasn't as mixed with the techno and the EDM. It was the raw shit.
One Oak or Bank.
One Oak, bro.
Yep, One Oak.
Well,
One Oak and Mirage.
Yeah.
So Dre's, yes, only when they had a performance. But when it was normal, they really wouldn't. They would still play that techno and stuff like
Mix
that.
it in.
But One Oak, man.
I remember One Oak.
I was surprised when you had Bia playing.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I was like, okay. I was like, because that's uncommon for a Vegas nightclub.
Right.
So you know what I mean.
But they would control it too.
Yeah, they would.
Yeah, it would never really go down like that.
Hey,
But they was selective too. They wasn't playing that energy of a song back to back, and that's what comes down on the DJ. It's cool to play, you know, that teared up music, like that type of thing, you know, get them hyped up. But you can't play that 8 songs in a row because that energy is gonna follow.
Yeah.
Hey, wait, that was the 2016 right bachelor party. That was the last place we went to.
What was that?
Where we were up on the we were on top of the where the booth
yes,
was. We were yes. Oh my God, yes. I want to go back to that.
This guy.
You better be cool, man. You better be cool over there.
The shit we did,
man.
What about drinks though?
What we didn't do.
This guy. Reminiscing over here. What about drinks? Do you feel like that's a huge stigma or contributes to a lot of people going out? Because I do know that there's a lot of people at bars that rather go to bars because they feel the drinks are stiffer and cheaper.
Well, I think that one's you're comparing a bar to a nightclub.
Yeah.
So just a straight bar. I think you might be right on that, but. I think you raised a good question just coming out of what you're saying, or maybe this is what you intended to ask. do people pick certain places, or do they have a stigma of being watered down on their alcohol?
On their drinks?
Is it like, okay, yeah, man, I like that spot, man, but man, I got to pay for 2 drinks instead of 1 to get the same result.
Right.
You know, so it's like I mean, what y'all think? Like, y'all think that's a real issue? I don't think that's really too much of an issue. I
don't think so
I think that's
either.
more singular and case by case. But I don't really see it that bad. It ain't as obvious to pinpoint like that, I don't think.
I just know that certain people do like places that have stronger drinks that are at a cheaper price. You know, because if you go to the fancier clubs, which have the stigma of, you know, this looks gorgeous. It looks
you got
good.
the leverage,
it has
though.
good music, but you're charging, you know, $10 for every, you know, well drink that you get in a small glass, opposed to a club that's, you know, maybe in a different area that, you know, has a nice venue, which I heard actually, you know, I heard one of these major nightclubs out here off of L Street's getting ready to have new management, or they're up and ready to sell that venue. Anyways, they have strong drinks, you know, and people go to that venue because of the drinks. They feel like they can get a $5 or a $10 drink and it's actually worth it. You know what I mean? Opposed to going to a club that has a better DJ, but yet the drinks aren't as priced well. So, I mean, I guess, you know, that's more so of a person or the type of people that are going out, but those could be some differences aside of DJs, because I know me personally, it was the DJs. I didn't care what club they went to. I didn't care about the drinks. You're still paying for the drink. But some people don't care about the DJs. They're like, man, I want where the drinks are popping at. You know, that's a good theme to me.
I don't know, man. I'll be honest with you. The alcohol part is
Yeah.
not as high on my list.
I agree with Ryan.
But bro, it's about the pregame. That's on me.
Yeah.
I sneak that shit in.
A lot of people operate off shots anyways too.
Okay.
Like if you really basically, if you really trying to get turned up off the mixed drinks, like you need to step your pregame up.
Yeah, reevaluate.
Like, come on, man.
Reevaluate.
Get your own stuff. Get primed.
Right.
You know how you got to put a primer on before you paint that wall? You know what I mean? You got to get that prime drink. Get that in you. And then the other stuff is just accessory.
Get warm before you get out.
The accessory part of it.
Oh, what do you think about promoters playing a role into it? Like certain promoters that bring a certain type of crowd.
I do think that does have an effect. I think it does. And I've seen it just, you know, I mean, we all have done this. You know, I've seen it firsthand where some venues have changed their promoters, and I saw a difference.
Right.
I was like, hold on, why we got this crowd here? And then,
Right.
Like, and what I mean by that is like, damn, like I'm not used to this many people. Like, okay, this,
right.
And I've said it. I was like, oh damn, that promoter was on their job.
Yeah.
Like they did something.
No, you're right.
Because there's way more people in here.
Right.
You know, there's way more people coming in and stuff like that. So like, yeah, I think that can have an effect.
I think that does have a lot. The promoters, they have a job to have a theme for these clubs, right? Whether it be EDM night or, you know, pop night, whatever it is, you have to have a theme where people actually like it and come out, because not everybody who, you know, listens to Meek Mill, which they play, and you know, hey man, when they play that song, what is it, Dreams and Nightmares? Oh, bro, I'm like, you know, it's all slow.
Shit, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you hyped as hell, but you know, you're not gonna get the same demographic or the same hype with somebody different. You know,
right?
So that does come down to the promoter and promoting the night, right?
You said
The
you throwing
theme night.
chairs.
Yeah, that song.
And it gets you.
Tony, that's why you banned. That's why you banned as is.
Yeah, I'm throwing chairs. I don't care.
Oh, yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Oh, yeah. You know about last week and his man.
Put the chair down, Tony.
This man got a band by his name.
Hey, find out how long, by the way. Shit.
We slide your ID. It's coming up red.
That thing will be blinking. Oh, bruh.
Bruh.
Silly.
I'll try to find out, man.
You blooded.
Well, talking about being banned,
I want to read that description, by the way.
Right. What it
I
says.
want to see what it says.
It's gonna say call Dan.
Oh shit.
Well, I feel like, bro, like,
bro, you know it's bad if you got to call somebody to elaborate on why somebody's bad. It's like, man, we ain't even gonna put on this needs to be talked about verbally. It's not enough to just write it.
Oh,
That's
shit.
crazy.
that's terrible. That's terrifying. That's terrifying. I didn't know what the fuck I did. Like,
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, man.
Shit. Yeah, fuck. Oh fuck. Anyways, with you being banned,
Hey.
if
somebody's listening, change that for me. Just say call dad. Hey, dad.
why is Tony banned?
I'm over here like this. Which one is it?
Oh my god!
Like from Gladiator? I'm like, what's brother? Joaquin Phoenix. He's all like this. Which one?
This man Tony.
Oh man.
fuck.
Man, it's
You'll get in again.
I'm more irritated. I didn't remember why I got. Like I don't know what I did, what I said to anybody. I respect to everybody in the venues, and I spoke to the owner and everything. Like we had a good conversation. So I don't think they're gonna lift the ban. I don't want them to because I just don't want to even go back in there due to embarrassment. But it's like I have no idea what I did, to be honest.
That
no idea.
is why you're banned.
No idea.
Because you don't know.
Yes, you don't.
I had a flashback. One of the flashbacks I do remember was someone was talking to my girl, and I said, "Hey, that's my girl." I was just like, "Okay, I'm good. I did enough." Right? You know, you're drunk, you're just tired. And all of a sudden, I just remember he was over there next to my girl, and then he was in my face, like, "Oh, I don't give a fuck." So I was like, "What the fuck?" So I picked him up, picked him up, threw him in the road, and then as soon as he was in the road,
you don't know why you're banned.
but no, this was outside. This is the only thing I remember. He was outside, and then I was like, okay, good. And then I knocked out, and then I talked to a girl who told me the whole story, and it was funny because she's like, yeah, as soon as you threw him on the road, he looked like you were dead, and you look like you were dead. Like you just laid down. You were just out. I actually have a picture of it, but I won't put it on the show. But you just laid out. You just looked like you were dead, and then that's it. And then I woke up. I don't even remember the rest of this. My girl said that I snapped out of it. I ran around the block. I started yelling, "Niggas are coming." And then I went,
Oh my god!
and I found this man in the trash compactor.
in the back. Yeah,
Yeah, I found him at Mix, and that's it. And I don't know what did I say to you when I ran up to you.
You was stumbling, bro. You was stumbling, speaking in Spanish, growling, like
Growling?
yes.
Jeez.
What kind of growl was it? Like a
Was it like a DMX growl?
was it like a
Like a purr.
It was a little. It was a
Is it
little.
like a purr?
It was a little DMX in it. It was a little DMX. And you was just screaming in Spanish, bro. You start punching the wall. Like I'm like, bro, you about to break a knuckle.
You think this is a game? You think this is a fucking game?
But thank you. You got me home.
I got you,
God,
man.
because
I got you.
on God, I woke up. I said, "What the fuck's our drinks?" That's the first thing I did. I literally was like, "What the fuck our drink?" Like last thing I remember, we were in the club, and then I woke up and I was like, "What the fuck our drink?" Who's that dude? Did I
Was
beat
the
up
club
somebody?
was the club over when you asked where your drinks was at?
No, it was
The next morning.
it was the next morning. Like, bro, I was still on the next morning.
You thought you were still at the club?
Yeah, because the couch I have is black, and the couches are black at the club.
Oh, this.
He was on.
That's what. Yeah,
was
bro.
on.
We were drunk the whole morning. Next,
Oh, you was lost.
me and my girl both, bro. We just. It was crazy.
Nobody could find this nigga, man.
Hey, my girl even like straight up was like,
He was lost.
my girl straight up at 10 a.m. was like, "Where's the Bacardi?"
No.
Got another. Oh yeah, because you saw the two bottles there, right?
Yes.
She got the Bacardi. She kept. I was like, shit. We still was on the next day. That's how I'm telling you. I don't know what the fuck.
So I'm gonna ask you an honest question.
Good Lord.
Sound like you had a dope ass night.
For me and her, kinda. With other than my whole fucking. The reason I have this sleeve on is because all the skin is ripped off.
Yeah, you was bad.
I don't know what. It was blood everywhere, and there's blood all over my shirt, blood all over her phone.
And you don't know why you were banned.
Oh, it was outside. Everything you're talking about is outside. It's not inside. It's something had to do with the dustpan. I don't know. Anyways,
The dustpan.
I grabbed a dustpan and did some shit. I don't know what I did to it, but I told the owner, let me pay for the dustpan because they're like $9.99 at Walmart. You can get them at Dollar Tree for $7.99 if you go to Family Dollar, or if you go to Dollar Tree, they actually have it for a full $1. That's the difference between Family Dollar and Dollar Tree.
Nah, at Dollar Tree, bro, that's just like $1.79. Even Dollar Tree going
No,
through the
they
inflation.
don't.
bro.
No, they don't. They don't. They really don't. I've
You
been
know
doing
it's
the
bad.
comparison.
You know them Arizona drinks cost like how much?
$1.50 now.
Bro,
What?
Yeah. It used to be
Really?
You know
99.
Wait, they
it's bad.
raised 50 cents?
Yeah.
bro.
Oh,
You know how long them motherfuckers been 99 cents?
Forever.
no.
Yeah.
Bro.
Forever.
Inflation is
That
Motherfucker
deserves
right
a
now.
Warren. No.
No.
That's wild.
Well, speaking about this situation of you being banned, it leads us to this question here. With nightclubs and lounge VIP cards, if you're not familiar with that, what does it take to get one? And what are the, like a VIP card?
Gold card, black card, right?
black card,
Correct,
yeah.
right.
And what are the privileges that come with that VIP card?
It's the amount you spend.
Right.
And does it have limits? Because obviously it sounds like you need that right there, right, buddy?
Gold card is one.
Based on what he did, he ain't looking to get one for me.
Oh, I ain't gonna get one. But when I'm gonna get one, I'm gonna get one. So when I see that, when I get that card, I'm gonna get that card. And when I get that card, I'm gonna get that card. Hey, telling you, I will.
So what does it take to get a VIP
Please,
card?
somebody don't give this man no card. I don't want to see him. You see how he be without a card?
And
Bro.
no Bacardi.
I'll tell you this, man. When I was still doing the security and I seen this nigga coming in the club, I had to tell this nigga, I was like, bro, please don't make me kick you out of this
Facts.
bitch, man.
Man.
No, I don't want to do that shit.
I would love for you to kick me out.
I know you would,
love for you to
motherfucker.
kick
That's
me
why I
out.
said don't make me kick you out, man. Shit.
I know, right?
The thing
God
about
damn.
it, Tony, you're so big, everybody's like afraid. They're just
It's like wrestling with a grizzly bear with his nails cut off. I was like, love to.
What the fuck, bro? What the fuck, bro? Like a couple weeks ago, I was a fucking man with a wig, and now I'm a grizzly bear with his nails cut off, bro.
You ain't got no nails, nigga.
Hey,
Look
Dan,
at-
that's
look at
like-
them Jamaican hands.
That's a worthless ass grizzly bear.
Them Jamaican hands.
I ain't gonna be a grizzly with no
Jamaican
nails.
No
lips.
nails.
Black lips.
Oh, moist ass grizzly bear.
Maul the fuck out of somebody. Shit.
Rawr. Oh man. But back to the VIP card.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What does it take? Like, I don't know. Like, is it like a annual once a year $300 for the card, or
how much you spending.
No, I think it's on the receipts, right?
Yeah.
What's your receipt say?
What you tendering out.
Yep.
so you got to basically have a certain amount yearly in order to get a gold card?
Yearly. Yep.
Yeah.
You also got to have a. I think you also got to have a mouthpiece.
I agree
Oh,
with
yeah,
that.
too.
I agree with
Absolutely.
that.
They're
I
not
will,
just gonna
I
give
will
it to
say
you.
this. You know, we've worked at multiple venues and stuff like that. And no lie, there was there's been a few situations where we're like, how the fuck he get a card?
Yes.
Like who'd you finesse
Yes.
Right.
to get this right? But when it comes down to the VIP cards, man, it's a part of the game. It's the money thing.
Yeah.
Right.
You
Absolutely.
know what the receipts say, and you know, if you bringing that much value, you bringing that much attention to the spot, you know, they gonna bless you.
Right.
You know, we're giving you that, you know, that access. You know, and for people that don't know, the VIP card basically that, you know, eliminates the, you know, the time, having to wait, you know, and things like that, because it's time.
Right.
It's really about timing. When you got a VIP card, man, or if you've earned that, it's like, man, I ain't trying to wait. I'm trying to
Right.
pull up and I'm trying to get in.
With my
Okay.
people.
Like
in.
with my people.
So part of the access is basically front of the line without waiting.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
Disneyland
absolutely.
Express pass to get on a ride, but
Yeah,
it's
pretty
supposed to
much.
be, but a lot quicker than that.
Okay. So that's all it gives you. No other limitations. Like you don't get a one-time opportunity to spray a bottle girl with the bottle. Nothing crazy like that.
They may think that gives them that privilege, but it don't.
It does.
Depends on the security guard.
It
you know.
does. It does.
Somebody that's gonna turn.
No,
a
that's what I
blind
say,
eye.
because it-
Yeah, man, you got to do it smart. You know, you come up to him. It's like, man, I want to spray. I'm like, all right, man, I gotta go take a piss. Go ahead.
All right, man. Hey, nigga, hey.
I mean, I'm gonna
I'll
give.
tell him.
Yeah.
I'ma
How
give-
much you sliding?
I'm gonna give people a perspective, and I can say this. I'm not gonna name venues, but I've seen receipts, and I'm telling you, when it comes to these people, I saw 3 of the top people when they printed the receipts for the end of the month and shit. I saw like 32K, 30K, and
Yep.
28K in that month. In that month. So if y'all wondering what y'all need to do, how much you need to spend to be able to have these black card specials and be able to fucking just spray champagne bottles and shit, that's what you got to pay. So when you come up to the door and you mad at us because we let somebody in, all right, cool, I get it, right? You want to do what they did? You want to pay what they paid to get in, okay? So don't trip about the dress code. Don't trip about the dress code.
But that's
unless you
how,
wanna
but
pay
that's
what
how,
they
but
paid.
that's what they think though when they in the line. They think that you know everything's equal.
right. No,
I've been waiting. They
ain't.
be thinking like exactly. It's not. It's like they've been like, no, I've been waiting here 10 minutes. That person been waiting a minute.
It don't
I
matter.
should be getting in. No,
Right.
that's
Kanye's
not how
talking
it
to the
works.
president. Why can't I?
That's
Because you
not
ain't Kanye.
Yeah, exactly.
The fuck?
Everybody got different
God, bro, I'm
privileges.
telling you.
Nightlife privileges, y'all. Everybody has them.
Just,
There's different levels to this.
but it's common sense.
Nah, but sense ain't too common, man.
Is it?
You know what I mean? Like people just don't get it that way. They think it's a theme park ride.
Yeah.
That's what they think.
But see, that shit creates a lot of problems too, though, because like a lot of VIP, black card, gold card members, they'll come in J's, and then we'll turn away a guy. He goes home and change. He comes back.
Right.
He goes upstairs. Why is this fool got J's on?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Because he's spending $20K more than you.
I mean, but he ain't gonna know that off.
He
off
should.
gas,
Common
off rent.
sense.
No, come on, Tony.
That is why.
Okay, so that's a good question. So do you think that that's something that people should know?
That's why we got this show.
Going into the venue.
That's what the show about. We trying to give y'all the keys.
I can't say people should know that going into the
They're not gonna know that.
They're not gonna know.
Because if they knew that, we wouldn't be here. We are trying to give you guys the keys to success on what it takes to go out in the nightlife and really live it up like a boss. I can't keep saying that. Tony, man, do I got a point?
I don't. But that's the thing, though,
bro.
I think the night. But I'm saying though, I think it's one thing to say that they don't know,
right.
But it's another thing for you to say that they know, they just don't think it's fair.
Of course, it's fair.
Right.
But it's commerce.
But that's not how. But that's not how. But that's not what they're saying. They're looking. There's a lot of people that have the attitude. They know it's a money thing.
Right.
They know it's a money thing because they'll sit there and say, "Man, we dealt with this."
Right.
Somebody slide us that smooth joint, right? And then somebody over there questioning, "Man, why they get it?"
Right.
And but they saying it. They not saying it that like they almost asking it as a rhetorical. They not asking like they want to know the answer.
Right.
Nigga, you know the answer. You saw the 100 just like I saw it. My pocket saw it just like your eyes saw it. You feel me? You know what it is.
Right.
But you asking it because you want me to tell you that this is a class thing when it comes down to this money. And how long do you want to be sitting there waiting to get in?
Right.
It's the same way with the VIP card. All they did was prepay. They didn't have to slide me that smooth joint. They've been doing smooth joints for the past couple weeks. About $32K worth of smooth joint.
Prepaid service.
So they prepaid for this. So yeah, they can walk in here with they can walk in here with the J's. They can walk in here with getting away with a little bit of the skirting the dress code and the protocols and the policies and stuff like that. That's what they've earned. At least that's what management and what a lot of the venues, the owners of the venues, have allowed them to do.
Right.
But I think it's venue specific. Some venues, some management let you do more than what you should.
Truly.
Fuck no. Security, learn to run that shit. Learn to go around it in a good ethical way, but learn to go around it.
No, but I'm talking about just like what you're saying. What does that VIP card give you?
Right.
What are you paying for?
The amount of people that can come in with you is really what it is. Right, you skip the line and the amount of people that can come in with you.
I think some of them have like a +3 or
right. Some have a limit to it.
Right.
It don't help you at the bar though, right?
No,
I don't think so.
Like you don't get a discount, 20% discount like you do at the movie theaters at Cinemark, right? If you get that Cinemark app for $9.99,
it's literally just to pass the general admission line, skip the line, just kind of get your own special.
It's a flossing card.
Yeah, I mean it is
Walk
what it
up,
is.
floss,
but it's an earned one though.
Right.
It is. Your bank account earned it. Definitely.
Facts.
Yeah,
man.
The card you were sliding or the cash you were sliding.
Well, why would you assume that? There's no poster or some rule that says that. How would you know that?
If you go there each and every week or tune into About the Night every Monday night, 9:30, man. That's the only way you find out.
That's the plug.
Or you have common sense.
Nah, there's no common sense that can teach you that. Like I said, I grew up trying to go out to the club, and I didn't know it until I actually did it multiple times. And
so why was I standing there at clubs, and when someone got in, I said, well, they must have did something that I didn't do yet.
Because
that's literally what I thought.
Because all you know is you got to wait in line to get in. You don't know the underlying. If you go every day, every week, that you get to know people. You get to rub elbows with the right people, and they'll tell you.
And I thought that too. He must know somebody or did something that I didn't do to get in.
Right.
Common sense.
Yeah.
And I feel exactly what you talk about, Tony, because I ain't gonna lie. Like the times that I have gone, number one, I don't like waiting anyway.
Facts.
So to be honest with you, often I would never even go out to a club unless I know it was good to go there without having to wait too long anyway.
Right.
That's number one. But number two, let's say I was in the line and I was waiting, 5 minutes, whatever, something like that. and I see people going through, I never questioned and never said like, man, this is not fair right now. I never said that to myself. I just automatically assume that either they work there or they know somebody, or there's something else that's going on that, you know what I mean, I ain't earned yet.
Right.
And I'm okay with that. I'm not mad. I'm not pissed. I'm damn sure not mad at the person that's going through there. So why am I tripping about it?
Right.
But we get, as being up front and doing security and stuff like that, we always got to deal with the brunt of that.
Yeah.
We always get it. And I'll tell you this right now. I want everybody to tune and listen when I say this right now.
Tell them.
I want everybody to hear this right now.
Look at the camera.
If you are loud and talking and trying to get in and saying why this, why that, the louder you are, bro, the more bricks I'm putting up with that wall that I built for you. Now you really ain't getting in. And now, matter of fact, I'm gonna let about 15 motherfuckers in before you. I'm like, no, not you.
That part.
Straight like that.
Right.
So I want you to understand that. Keep the volume down. Put your inside voice on. That's what I need you to do.
They'll be surprised.
But I hate that shit. I hate that shit. They get loud and they think being loud is gonna help you. It's not.
Right.
It's actually making it worse for you.
Facts.
And I will tell all the rest of the guards, they ain't getting in. They too loud. Bring it down some.
And I'm gonna say for this,
I need them decimal points to come down a little bit.
How many times?
Go for a walk.
And for other guards that might see this, like, and I know this is kind of a side question, just to bring up to you guys. How many times have we had specific nights, holiday nights, nights that are big nights, nights that we can't let nobody else in, that I'm literally only bringing up prices? Because this is a big question with not just us, but other security that would want to know about this. What price do you set? You know what I mean?
Shit.
And it's crazy because whenever we get in a situation like that, especially what you're talking about with like people being loud, there's times where I bring up a price just because I don't want you to pay it.
Right.
I just want you to walk away from me. I don't want you to pay nothing. So I'll be like, $100 for you. You know what I mean? Boom. And then dude yell, this guy wants $100. Oh my God, I'm about to lose my job today. Like, Lord, don't yell that shit ever. Like, please understand, that's the most disrespectful thing you can do to guards or security is literally call him out on some of the shit that he's trying to do when he's trying to do his smooth handshake.
Yeah.
Right.
Please.
And it really kind of depends on those situations too, because the price, the price changes every day. Today's price.
Was it Rob?
Yeah. Pat Joe said, bro, today's price is not yesterday's price.
Right, man. And I say it that way
it's not.
because Friday, I know that it's usually a slow night on Fridays. For whatever reason, I don't get it. I like Fridays, but it's slow, right? And I'm not going to charge cats what I would charge them on a Saturday, knowing that it's popping and you can see the line wrapped around the corner. At that point, I'm going to probably charge you $100 a head if the line is wrapped around the corner. I know it's smacking inside.
Because we don't want you to pay it.
Well, exactly. We don't want you to pay it. I'm going to say $100 because realistically, if it's $100 a person, they're going to say no. But if they're actually the ones who be like, yeah, you know what, fuck it, we'll do it, that means they're really about it about getting in this club and not waiting in that fucking line. So it's a done deal.
There was some people that had that PPP loan, bro. They was cashing out.
They was cashing.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just different. You know what I mean? You can't really set a price. If it's a slow night like a Friday and there's really not that big of a line, but there's a little bit of a line and somebody wants to be cool, I'd be like, yeah, man, it's good. If it's just you got two people with you, it's good, man. It's you and a girl, for sure, man. Just 40, y'all can skip the line. I'll make it simple.
And just letting people know too, as a disclaimer, we don't set prices. Prices are not have nothing to do with the venue, have nothing to do with our security team.
I don't set that price.
We don't really set prices. We just try to tell you, hey, some crazy amount so y'all don't.
Nigga, you got to tell me.
Right, you tell us,
and I'm gonna let you know if we straight.
I feel you there. You always talk about that, man.
No, for real. I don't set no price. What price? I ain't got no price list.
Right.
What price? That's the question I'm asking you.
$20. I got $20 right now, man. You got me?
Nah, come correct.
So when you give me, I'll say it like this. My reaction: if you give me a low number or something like that, bro, I'm gonna act like you said the stupidest shit in the world.
Facts.
Okay.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like you can't just come up with me and be like, man, I got a nickel for you.
And they got like
$5.
And they got like 6 people.
I'm like, oh,
Like, come on, bro.
Hey, this dude must be sick.
Yeah.
Somebody get this man.
I'll take your $5, but the line's right over there, partner.
Must got COVID with that fever, bro.
Facts.
Because you talking crazy right
Back
now.
of the line. Get to the back of the line.
What you say, Witten?
Stupid, bro.
No, you say get to the back.
Get to the back of the line.
Get to the back of the line.
Get to the back of the line. I'm here fucking around this shit.
No, for real. But you know, back to the, you know, with the VIP cards. I actually think they cool. I actually like it because to me it makes my job easier. You know, especially once you at a venue for a while, you know, and you get to know people and you see the faces, you recognize the faces, you recognize the people. It makes it easier on, man. Bring them on in.
Exactly.
You know,
exactly.
it's not an issue.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like a lot of times it's too much. You got to do in the politicking. You know, and that defines the line when you have that card because it just makes it easy on everybody.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Hey, I got a question, real quick. Let's say this is something else that happens when it comes to everything that we're talking about with the money. Gold card members, because even the card members kind of fall into this as well. Sometimes when we be setting the prices, people think that we're disrespecting them. They might be thinking like, why are you trying to charge me this? Have you guys ever had a situation where somebody tried to charge you what you told them a certain amount and they just went crazy on you? They try to fight you. They try to say, hey, what the fuck? What's your problem? Like, bro, like.
Yeah, all the time. They mad.
You've had somebody want to fight you over the price?
No, not fight me, but they're angry. I understand what you're saying. They're angry.
I've had that.
You're like, man, you tripping? Like, I gotta pay. Like, yeah, no, you don't have to pay at all, sir.
But yeah.
You can go wait right there.
Exactly.
In the back of the line.
You ain't gotta pay.
You ain't gotta pay nothing, sir. Back of the line, right over there, motherfucking shit. You go sit your ass over there.
You ain't gotta pay a dime.
You ain't gotta pay shit, bro. Back of the line,
right, that line
shit.
though,
because we're dealing with something, right? We're dealing with management in our ear. We're dealing with somebody like it's crazy because with our walkie, sometimes the management has a walkie and they're like, "Don't let nobody else in." So I'm like, "Fuck!" So when people come with money, I'm like, "200 for you." Why for me? Because I can't let nobody in. The manager's in my ear saying, "Hey, somebody else comes in, you out.
Right.
You lose your job. You look." It's like fuck. So it's like we get that sometimes. I just hope people understand. Like it ain't just always as us. We have other people in our ear. We literally cannot do certain things. We just can't.
Most of the time, from my experience, when people come up out the line, they come up to the front, they be about it. So you give them a price, they about it. They're like they'll give you a little pushback. They're like, man, come on, you gonna hit me for this, bruh? Like Wynn said, you get in the back of the line.
Back of the line.
Hey man, but at the same time, you know, it ain't nothing but a negotiation.
It is.
That's
true.
true.
It is.
You got to be able to negotiate.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But niggas don't know how to negotiate with them $5 funky ass dollars.
Facts.
Yeah.
You back of the line, man.
Bro, you need to go negotiate that 4 for 4 at Wendy's.
No, 5 for 5. The 5 for 5, and that's
Coming
a good
up
deal.
here with $5.
That will fill you up.
This
5
nigga
for
over
5.
here, right there, bro.
Go negotiate if you want spicy
I'm
nuggets
obsessed
or
with
regular,
that shit,
nigga.
bro. You get the spicy nuggets with the hamburger and the fries. Oh my god, bro, that's the best meal ever, bro.
Yeah.
5 spicy nuggets with your hamburger, with your fries, and a drink.
I can
bro.
tell you ain't been there in a minute because nigga is faux, nigga. You talking to the broke back
No,
nigga over
no,
here.
nigga, it's 5 for 5 with taxes comes out to 6 even.
Nigga, it's a $5
Stockton,
biggie.
Stockton.
nigga.
Hey, see, look at it, man. Your $5 ain't even getting you that meal. So what you think the $5 about to get you in this line, bro?
Man, won't even get you a glizzy on the street.
Man, all right, yeah, it's inflation, bro. You can't even get your hot dog wrapped with bacon for $5.
Shit.
So you gonna get a bun,
That's crazy. Yeah, I know, right?
a bun with some relish on it.
It ain't even $7 no more. Them niggas be trying to hustle. Like, hey, they been negotiating like, $10. Like, what? $10? What the fuck, nigga? It was $7 like a couple days.
And then they be like, all right, all right, $7. That's how they do it, man.
Yeah.
That's we was in, bro. That's how they hustle, though.
They do.
When we was in Mexico, remember when we was there? Dude rolled up and he was like, he had that Domino's pizza. We was in Cancun. And he rolled up with the Domino's pizza, and he was all like, "This dude came up." I was like, "How much?" He said, $18. This is in Cancun. I said, "Man," I said, "In California, I can get it for $7.99." He's like, "Okay, $3." I was like, "Hey, I say I ain't gonna knock your hustle, big dog. I bet you this. I bet you somebody paid $18 for that.
Yeah.
Somebody paid $18. It wasn't this man right here.
Come up out that pizza.
Somebody paid that $18.
Same time, nigga. Here go these $3, nigga. I don't trust you, nigga. Same time, nigga. Same time.
Open the box.
Nigga.
Let me see what that shit look like.
Hey.
Oh, we did. Yeah. We had to open the box.
Yeah.
And it did look funny. There's more pepperonis on one side than the other side.
Hey, I ain't give a damn. It was $3.
Somebody ate one half,
whole
and he just
pizza.
put another half. And, you know. Anyways, hey, guys, I want to thank you guys for tuning in to a special week about the night, episode 19. You're here with the squad today. Let's not forget the guys on the ones and twos, Mr. Tony _ WSJ Aura official. And let's not forget about the main man, my guy Suede _ Coats. That's your boy Rob. War ready over here, man. Go ahead and pop out that jersey, man. What you got on, man? What you rocking right there, huh?
Got to show the drip to him, man.
Real
Show the drip off.
Some of the merch, man, about the night.
We got merch coming out for you guys real soon. We are starting to take orders, so definitely go ahead and DM us your size. We'll go ahead and start making sure you guys get first priority on that. But once again, I just can't thank you guys enough for staying tuned in to About the Night, episode 19. 19 episodes in this, and we're continuing to grow, continuing to reach out to our community and try to put you guys on our back. This is not just it. We got some other things coming out for you guys, so definitely stay tuned. And one last comment before we go. RIP to our fallen Sacramento soldiers that respectfully had lost their life a little bit shorter than what need be. So we want to once again send our condolences to their families. And make sure that, you know, we continue to shift in the right direction for Sacramento.
Shift for Sac, man.
Hashtag shift for Sac, man. Thank you guys once again for tuning in to About the Night.